So what I wanted to do today was check out all of the Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Pokemon Let's Go Eevee trailers that we have so far, mostly just kind of see where we stand. You know, it's about a month until the games come out, and we haven't really done much when it comes to new Let's Go information, but that's why I kind of stumbled into something crazy. I was adding all the videos to the playlist, and we've only had 5 Pokemon Let's Go trailers up until this point. Something's really weird. Like, I expected around late August, you know, we got like 2 trailers during September, 2 in October, and technically because of Meltan we did, but we haven't gotten anything about the games themselves, and we're really far behind. Because I was like, wait a second, the last one we had was Celadon City, we got 4 cities to go, 4 weeks. Are they going to do a trailer a week, or are we just kind of like in no man's land right now? But either way, the original video stands, so let's go through May 29th, the original Pokemon Let's Go trailer. Oh man, this was wild because we had the leaks rolling up to it where it's like, hey, the mascots are going to be Pikachu and Eevee. They're like tweeting it live, and then a video happened and all kinds of weird stuff. So now let's kind of just kick back. It's probably been a couple months since you've seen this trailer, so we're gonna see where that hype lands, especially now that we know more about what's going on with Let's Go. This was mostly hard to digest because there was a lot of questions there, and now we have answers to those questions. But still, like, I want to see how everything holds up so far, because I feel like I'm a little desensitized to some of the gameplay that we've gotten. This first trailer, does it build the hype? You know, we got, I think it does. Now that I'm like thinking about it again, because the way it sets it up, you know, play with one Joy-Con. It shows someone picking up the game, getting into it, getting ready to play it, and I'm definitely a fan of that. Pokemon caught. And then it just kind of shows like older people coming together. So following up all the interviews and all the information we've had from Game Freak, this is a game for every Pokemon fan. It's not just new players, not just Pokemon Go. Junichi Masuda, all the developers, they've said this is for veterans. This is anyone that considers himself a fan of Pokemon. And because of that, yeah, it still kind of works out. So watching the gameplay, I like how it brings everything together. And we still have a lot of the things that just look beautiful. Like, I love the Nugget Bridge. We can see some battles. So yeah, like, we actually got a good amount of information. We can see what's going on. Actually, pretty much like all the demos that are happening right now when you play in Viridian Forest happens with the Pokeball Plus. So we see that. We see the gameplay. I can't wait. I can't wait to go on a stroll with my Pokemon. I can't wait for all the cool stuff that's going to happen. And yeah, now we can understand this a bit more. So it's like Pokewalker, but more. You get candies, you get all kinds of fun stuff. You get to connect with Pokemon Go, so you play with your friends, play with the Pokeball, go with Pokemon Go, and then you get all the transfer stuff going on. So I think that's actually showing a bit why the game's dropping off now, because we saw most of it in the first trailer. Like, we actually got to see inside of Pokemon Go Park. We got to see the transfer. We got to see all that crazy stuff going on. The present, yeah. All kinds of things. Play your way. So riding Pokemon, Pokemon following you. It's still really hype. Like, there was a lot of excitement, a lot of hype. But the thing is, we've had like 5 months of that, and then very little information otherwise. So actually, that's kind of another thing about this. I think looking back, we got a lot more information in the first trailer than people might have felt. So that's a thing. And then there's Mewtwo. So I mean, already seen inside Cerulean Cave, which still looks pretty cool. So I'm excited for all that. And then this is why I think Game Freak still has it. This is another little bit of reason why I'm a huge fan of Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Pokemon Let's Go Eevee. Because whenever you watch like the trailers, whenever you watch information that Game Freak puts out, they're on top of it, and then it turns out the present was Meltan. Oh boy. Let's go on to trailer number 2. I want to continue my thought, because like at first I was like, yeah, I'm just going to shotgun it, just going straight through all the trailers. But I do want to have like a little bit of those closing thoughts, because it's catching up with me a bit more than I expected. Because yeah, the big thing about Game Freak is that whenever you watch trailers, whenever you watch the way the news breaks down, even if you don't agree with the news, even if you don't agree with the information that's being distributed, they're really good at making you feel like something really cool is happening with Pokemon. Even for like Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon, a lot of Pokemon Sun and Moon, and then these trailers, like you feel like you're going on a Pokemon adventure. It feels like all of that spirit of Pokemon, what Pokemon is about, is kind of lining up, and I really appreciate that. It's not as... It's hard to also feel how heavy-hitting it is, kind of like looking back in retrospect, because the news reveal itself, as I kind of said in the beginning of the video, was a little weird, so it kind of like took from the experience, since we weren't used to anything like this, but still adorable watching like Pikachu and Eevee hop around and stuff. We got that bro, he's always there for us at the beginning of the game. And then it's kind of like rehashing a lot of the gameplay now that we're like kind of seeing these trailers. Like, yeah, we've already seen riding Pokemon. We've already seen Pokemon following you. The friendly rival, though, did a video about that recently. Wasn't too much of a fan. Helpful Pokemon expert, Professor Oak. So Professor Oak's always cool. We're actually seeing more of him because of the Meltan trailer with Professor Willow. You bond with your Pokemon. Actually, ooh. Now that we've seen more information, that's actually like the first encounter. And that really didn't connect the first time, because this was while E3 was going on. So I was busier breaking down all of the E3 gameplay that we had, instead of just kind of seeing what this trailer was about. So yeah, we've seen the Pikachu encounter from like all the demos and the like 2-hour exclusive gameplay and stuff. But then we've also seen the Eevee encounter from this trailer, so that's interesting. Choosing the hairstyle, I wasn't really sold on a lot of the hairstyles that we've seen. They're kind of silly, but there we go. Travel together, so walking around with your Pokemon. I like that. That's another thing I like. I like the interaction. I like how the world feels alive with the way the Pokemon move around, with how everything just kind of comes together. So your Pokemon will be like, hey, I found something. Neat. And then we get to see what that something is. So that's pretty cool. Battle Gym leaders. This was after we found out about like the gym requirements. We have Brock coming in. And then Misty, so yeah, jumping like Brock, Misty. Now we're in like Cerulean City, using Scald. That's going to be the TM co-op. Going through Viridian City. Yeah. Support trainer. And looking at the levels and stuff. So, I mean, yeah, we still have like that slight over-leveling, which is nice. Battle together. So this is also the confirmation that there's online. Even after this trailer, people were still like not sold about there being online. Trading, stuff like that. So that was pretty cool when they showed that during E3. And just kind of bringing a lot of what we have about the games together. Next trailer, Team Rocket, and this is where things started getting more hype. This was August, though. So we have May, June, July, August, and it took that long to get all the information. Wait a second, when was the last trailer? Because that was July. I thought this happened in June. So, yeah, we didn't get a trailer in June. We just had the E3 gameplay. And then there was like little bits and pieces and like updates and mostly interviews and stuff. So then when we got into this with August, that's like as the Famitsu interview was coming out and stuff. So, Peking Pikachu or Eevee is only the beginning, August 9th. So I mean, yeah, there's been massive gaps, and it just kind of like shows us more about the games. And hey, there's the Officer Jenny with the Squirtle. Board the SS Ants. We get to, this is what I want more of. Like, where was this trailer late August for Celadon City? I think it feels like it's way too staggered. I want to see more depth. I want to see like those extra places that we're going into. Where's Lavender Town? Show me the Pokemon Tower, Game Freak people. Jesse James. So yeah, they got that. They got their reveal and they look like. All right, I was about to say they look great, but it's mostly James looks great. Jesse's a little off. But, I mean, we still get to see the cool stuff right there. And then battle at full power with Mega Evolution. So, we got the confirmation of Mega Evolution days... That was only in August, wow. So, yeah, the Mega Evolution confirmation is still a little recent. But then we got more for the Japanese trailer, because they let it off. They're like, hey, you can get Charizard X or Charizard Y evolving at the same time. So, the English side of things, just giving us less information, making people a bit more uneasy about the information that we have. But yeah, like that happened a while ago, but also feels kind of recent, but was also more leaked by Korokoro. Korokoro hasn't done anything since. So that's another like really weird thing. The secret techniques, personalize your adventure. So I like that idea. You know, I like that you can kind of do what you want to personalize your adventure. We have flying, we have cut, Celadon City. So I mean, this is the last like bit of information that grew the Pokemon world, and it had some cool stuff. Because we got to see inside the game corner, so it's actually a game corner again. I don't know how they're going to get away with that because of gambling. So that's going to be exciting to see. And then the special powers. So partner power. It builds up over time, and then you get like a super nuke, and that's going to be something. And it's kind of like a Z move, but just for them, and it's weird. So we're going to see how like that really like goes with the gameplay. But I like the customization here because you're going to have like Bouncy Bubble, Splishy Splash, Buzzy Buzz, the Searing Slide, a Sizzly Slide. You have all that, so your moveset's going to be pretty eclectic depending on how you want to do it for the Eevee, but that 100% chance to burn's pretty crazy. And again, we had like gameplay, I think that was because we got the delay because of the earthquake that happened in Hokkaido, right? So also think about, like, there's been a lot of weird disruptions. There's been a lot of things that got in the way of the information as well, because this is when we had back-to-back weeks showing us exclusive gameplay on the Bokenshi show. Bokenshi showed us that. We were trying to figure it out. Then we got the information. Then we got more information. Then we got a bigger Japanese trailer. And now we have, like, a whole new way to go. So this was a 3-minute trailer showing you how Pokemon Go Park works in Japan. But with this, like, yeah, legendary Pokemon. So legendary Pokemon battles, that was confirmed for a while. by this point. And I guess technically, like, the June trailer was the one where it was like a commercial showing the kid playing and then like actually battling the legendaries. So this was like, again, too little too late. Months later, finally people are getting exposed to legendary Pokemon battles. And actually, this is where things are a little upsetting and disappointing. September 19th, so a month ago, the last trailer that we got that wasn't about Meltan and stuff, not even at 1 million views. So this is what I mean, like, I think you just need to blast people with information until they get excited about the game. They need to have a demo, because that's actually very poor performance, and then we've been like a month without it. Ugh, sketchy. So Alolan Forums is when we got to figure out more. Like, we already knew about this. Like, we knew about all this information. If you dug deep enough, this was already out there, so we weren't getting anything new for months. There was already trailers, there was already website updates. It was just kind of like filling in the blanks. Because, like, oh, we knew about candies, we knew about, like, gaining stats and stuff, but at least we got that. So this like, I think I mentioned this in the last trailer or two ago, like months ago. I've been talking about how everything needed to be pushed back by like a month and a half, and then just kind of condensing more, because there's enough. We still have Fuchsia City, we still have Cinnabar Island, we didn't really talk about Viridian City, but we can talk about the gym, Lavender Town, post game, the Elite Four, all these other things. Like, we're already at legendary Pokemon battles. We've seen the inside of Cerulean Cave, so we have like the overall stuff, but they just need to fill it in and get people excited for the games. Now I'm starting to understand, like, I think looking at everything, I'm starting to understand why people aren't as interested, not from just like a what's in the game, because the games are still amazing, the games are still incredible, but the promotion about it hasn't gotten me like as big, because when you take it all individually, it's like, yo, new trailer, hey, it's something. But then when you look at it all at one go, it's like, man, there's not a lot. Like, we just did not go through a lot of information. It's more, you had to do all that digging. It was other news and stuff. But since we only have, you know, a very low turnout compared to Pokemon Sun and Moon, compared to Pokemon Ultra Sun and Moon, compared to 2016, compared to when Pokemon was in its prime, we have like 30%, maybe even 20% of the people that actually are interested. And right now it seems closer to 10%. Pokemon has hit rock bottom. Did a video talking about that because the stats don't lie. So we're at the point where it's like, the people that need access to the information, they're not getting it, and they're already burned out and disappointed in the game by this point. So I feel like it's not a failing of Let's Go. These are still incredible games from what we've seen, but I think Game Freak and Nintendo was being too conservative, which I think is weird. Like, I saw this happening. Back when Pokemon Sun and Moon was coming out, I said, you know, I really hope Game Freak doesn't listen to the minority or listen to what's going on with the vocal. People are like, there's too much information being spoiled about Pokemon Sun and Moon. Well, here's the opposite effect, and it makes you hate the games. I could see that coming a mile away, because I wasn't spoiled at all, because you still have to buy the games to experience what's going on. I can't just look at all the news and stuff. Even if we go through Pokemon Sun and Moon right now, we go to the website, we explore everything right there after the games have been out, after they published all the Pokemon. You still have to play it to experience it. I think it's still really big with Let's Go. So I think they need to do more. They need to do a lot more. They needed to overexpose this game, because then people are more likely to see something that they like. That if there's more in this game, and I think there's definitely going to be more. Like, it's not like they've shown everything and that's it. You know, again, there's cities, potential post-game, all that other fun stuff. Like, if they filled in the gaps, then people would have, like, instead of being like, oh, it's 90% bad because I hate Pokemon Go and I don't like the gym requirements, if they could actually see those other things, like, ooh, that's neat. Maybe showing, like, for the trailer, or for the Celadon Game Corner, friggin' brain fart, because I've been exposed to so much information. For the Game Corner, show one of the mini games. That's all they had to do, and then people are like, ooh, it's back. That's cool. I'm excited. So, like, they could have done more to add little bits of excitement. But I think, yeah, it's kind of like, we got a lot of trailers, but it's like 80% filler compared to the last trailer, and then all the information just way all over the place. And they started to bring that together. Like, the website started updating, but you have to go to the website. I think it's too website reliant compared to what we see with the Japanese YouTube channel, what we saw with Pokemon Sun and Moon, stuff like that. They're trying to drive traffic, but people aren't interested enough to generate that traffic. And that was just adding in the last Meltan trailer, because I don't want to watch through Professor Willow, Professor Oak talk again, because effectively it just turns into this. Man, I'm not a fan. Not a fan of Meltan. There's all kinds of different sizes. Oh yeah, like, I'm gonna say, I've said it before, I'm saying it again, and this is the only thing I'm saying about Meltan. It's a minion, guys. Like, it's just something stupid that seems to be more just incompetent and silly because of its inquisitiveness. And I guess that's where we stand right now. But the last time I checked, everyone hated Minions, but then like Minions are still one of the most popular things among kids, so I don't know what's happening with society anymore. I think Meltan kind of shows that. Like that was what sold me. Cause I'm like, haven't I seen this? Haven't I seen that exact thing in some kind of Minions like side special trailer or something, or it even maybe happened in Despicable Me, but I didn't watch Despicable Me 2, and the first time I watched it, I wasn't paying attention to the Minions. This seems like some kind of really stupid zero IQ interaction that somehow people enjoy. And oh no, nah, not having it. They're just so broken and useless. That's all I can say about Meltan. Like, it's definitely broken and useless. And then we get into the Melt Titan, which just is everything I hate about the designs, from Golurk and the Zygarde forms and all the other weird things that have happened. Like, that's not a Pokemon. And then that's not a Pokemon. Like, it's so bad. It's so bad. So I think that's another problem that we had. We just had a month of Meltan. It was cool, but again, people weren't invested enough. Even Pokemon Go players, like, I wasn't seeing the amount of hype generated. This is technically a new Pokemon. This is something that people were excited for from the beginning with Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee when we had the trailer back in May. But even like the Go community didn't care, the Pokemon community didn't care, because people just weren't excited enough for Let's Go. And also, I think it's a stupid design. That if it was like Zeraora, like, they should have just swapped Meltan and Zeraora. That would have been amazing. Then the movie would have been a lot different. So I'm not really sure. But yeah, like, if that was Zeraora, if that was your special Pokemon, we need like an Evolution. We needed some kind of cool, edgy, super fan service Pokemon, like another Lucario or Zeraora or something, because that's what gets people excited. Yeah, I think because of that, like, it was just like, it's like a lot of the old school Pokemon fans are like, this is not a Pokemon, it's way too stupid, and I don't care for it. And that kind of like just stacked with all the other things. So yeah, I think it's a stacking of bad decisions. It's still going to be an incredible game when it comes out. People just need to get their hands on it, is still my belief. But yeah, the representation has not been that great. When you look at it all together, when it's like you haven't gone a month or two without information and you get a new trailer, it's like, hey, new stuff. Cool, this actually works out. It makes the games better. It does make the games better, but stuff that we should have already had by that point. I think that's the biggest takeaway. So guys, enjoy the video. Hope you all have a nice day. Thank you very much for watching.